Close your eyes for a second. Imagine opening your bank account and seeing 7 figures. Yi Lingling, you're the first person in your entire family lineage to ever see that number. Your parents didn't have it. Your grandparents didn't have it. Nobody in your bloodline ever crossed that threshold. You're the first. But here's what nobody tells you. Being the first millionaire in your family is one of the loneliest, most complicated, most misunderstood positions you can be in. And today, I'm going to walk you through what that reality actually looks like. Because if you're on this path, or planning to be, you need to understand what's coming. Okay, let's dive in. Here's the thing about being the first millionaire in your family. Everything changes. And I mean everything. The way people look at you, the way they talk to you, the expectations, the resentment, the guilt, the pride. It's not like the movies where everyone celebrates and pops champagne. Reality is way messier. Because when you break generational poverty or even just generational mediocrity, you're not just changing your life. You're disrupting an entire family system that's been operating a certain way for decades, maybe centuries, and systems don't like being disrupted. Your success becomes a mirror that reflects everyone else's choices, and not everyone likes what they see. Okay? So today we're talking about the psychological, emotional, and practical realities of being the family's financial pioneer. The pressure, the expectations, the invisible tax, the relationships that change, the guilt that comes with success, and most importantly, how to navigate it without losing yourself or your money. Kenk, teachy inevitable tax. Let's start with the thing nobody warns you about, the family tax. And the moment people know you have money, you become the family bank. Hey, can you help with rent this month? My car broke down. Can you spot me? I need wob for groceries. Can you company sign this loan? And here's the kicker. These aren't strangers. These are people you love, people who raised you, people who were there when you needed help. So saying no feels like betrayal. But here's the brutal truth. If you say yes to every request, you won't be a millionaire for long. I've seen it happen. Someone grinds for years to hit 7 figures. Then within 2 years, they're back to 5 figures because they became the family ATM. You can't save everyone. And the hardest part, they don't understand why you can't just help out. You have $1 million. What's $1 to you? What they don't see, right? The years you sacrificed while they partied, the side hustles you worked while they slept, the risks you took that they called stupid, the discipline you maintained while they spent freely. They see the result. They don't see the cost. And now they expect you to fund their lifestyle without making the sacrifices you made. Here's the solution. Set clear boundaries early. I'm not saying don't help. I'm saying create a system. No, establish a help fund. Decide upfront how much you're willing to give annually, maybe 2% of your income specifically for family help. Make it a loan, not a gift. If someone needs money, structure it as a zero-interest loan with a repayment plan. This filters out people who aren't serious. And teach. Don't just give. Instead of paying someone's rent, offer to help them budget. Learn a skill or start a side hustle. Say no without guilt. I love you, but I can't do that is a complete sentence. Because here's the thing, true generosity is giving in a way that doesn't destroy your financial foundation. You can't pour from an empty cup. And you can't build generational wealth if you're funding everyone else's present at the expense of your future. And Tishi relationship shift. Now let's talk about something even harder. Relationships will change. Some people will be genuinely happy for you. Others will resent you. And you won't always know who's who until it's too late, the subtle resentment. Must be nice. You think you're better than us now? Remember where you came from. Money changed you. These aren't compliments. They're weapons. People will frame your success as luck, privilege, selling out. Forgetting your roots. Because your success makes them uncomfortable about their own choices. You worked bastard's hour weeks while they watched Netflix. You saved and invested while they financed luxury they couldn't afford. You delayed gratification while they lived for the moment. And now your results reflect their decisions, and they hate it. The crabs in a bucket mentality, there's a phenomenon called crabs in a bucket. When you put crabs in a bucket, if one tries to climb out, the others pull it back down. Families can be the same way. Your success threatens the family narrative, the we're just working class people story. The rich people are evil belief system. You're proof that escape is possible. And that means everyone else's excuses fall apart. So they'll subtly or not so subtly try to pull you back, mocking your ambition, calling you selfish for prioritizing your business, guilt-tripping you for not spending time with family, criticizing every financial decision you make. The fair weather friends, then there are the people who suddenly want to be close to you again. People who ignored you when you were struggling now want to catch up. Well, friends who never supported your business now want to collaborate. Family members who mocked your dreams now want to get your advice. It's not love, it's opportunism. How to navigate this, right? Accept that some relationships will end minds, and that's okay. Growth requires pruning. Find your new tribe. Connect with people on your level or ahead of you. You need peers who understand the journey. Be kind but firm. You don't owe anyone access to your life just because you share DNA. Stay humble, but don't shrink. You don't have to downplay your success to make others comfortable. The people who truly love you will celebrate your wins without making them about themselves. Everyone else is showing you who they are. Believe them. The guilt. Here's the one nobody talks about, the guilt. You're living in a nice house while your parents struggle with rent. You're traveling while your siblings are drowning in debt. You're building wealth while your cousins are stuck in dead-end jobs. And even though you earned it, even though you sacrificed, even though you took the risks, you feel guilty. Survivor's guilt. It's called survivor's guilt, and it's real. You look around at family gatherings and think, why me? Why did I make it out when they didn't? And the guilt eats at you, so you overcompensate. You pay for everything. You play small. You hide your wins. Here's the truth. Your success is not a betrayal. You didn't steal from them. You didn't take their opportunities. You created your own.